What's good, y'all, and welcome to my review for Dune. I finally saw it in a theater! I would have seen it in IMAX if I could, but I couldn't. So I watched it in a theater. I swear to God, if I catch any of you motherfuckers watching this film on HBO Max, I'm gonna be throwing hands. But that is neither here nor there. Anyway, this movie, man, was fucking awesome. This will probably end up being my favorite film of the year. This will probably be number one on my top 10 movies of 2021 list. Most likely. This movie was absolutely fucking fantastic. And bruh, the sound design, the cinematography from Roger Deakins, and that score from Hans Zimmer's. Oh! That was basically me every other shot and every other scene and every other minute of this film. This movie is a masterpiece of science fiction, man. I absolutely love this film, man. Like, yo, I swear to God, this movie doesn't fucking sweep the Oscars, or at the very least once for sound design and score. Motherfucker, I'm gonna be throwing some hands. And I better see Roger Deakins get another Oscar for this movie. Because my God, his cinematography was awesome. I would, if you were to hold a gun to my head and tell me which one I thought was better shot between this and Blade Runner 2049, I'm going to probably go with Blade Runner 2049, man. But Blade Runner, that movie's in its own different fucking league, man. Blade Runner 2049 was something special. Dune is like that, too. If I'll be into a slightly lesser extent, because I think I definitely did probably enjoy Blade Runner a little bit more. But, man, this film was awesome, man. And so, please, I beg of you, before we jump right into the actual review, I beg of you, like fucking Chucky, I beg of you, watch this film, please support it, because Blade Runner 2049 didn't do all that well in the box office. I need to see part 2 of Dune. Please, watch this movie. Go out to your theater, go out to whatever theater that offers IMAX screens this film, and please watch and support this film so that we do get a part 2. Do not let this end up like 2049, please! Anyway, so let us jump right in, man. Blade Runner. I have not watched Blade Runner. Dune is, of course, directed by the legendary Denis Villeneuve. And honestly, man, I'm gonna be real with y'all. This, and after watching this and Blade Runner 2049, I have to say Denis Villeneuve is basically the modern day James Cameron. And I mean that in the sense of, like, one, they're both basically incapable of making a bad film. I haven't seen all of Denis' films, to be fair, but I've seen a good chunk of them. Prisoners, Arrival, Blade Runner, of course, and of course Dune. It comes down to the sense of, like, when I watched this film and when I watched Blade Runner for the first time, it was very much like the same feeling I got when I watched Alien for the first time. Terminator 2 especially. I already mentioned Aliens, but an Avatar is the other one, where I felt like where science fiction was like elevated to that like next unimagined level, man. Like Alita, you can also add that to Alita because that was James Cameron's passion project for the longest time. Yes, I know he didn't direct it, but might as well. Like I still say that movie, it felt like it was directed by James Cameron anyway. But yeah, man, when it comes to science fiction, what Denis is doing now with this and Blade Runner was what James Cameron was doing in the 90s, man, when he was at his peak, man. And I pray to God Avatar 2 will have to come out sometime in my lifetime so I can actually watch it. But I had to get that out of there, man, because you guys know, you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you guys know that's why I post it as like my review for Dune. But yeah, man, this movie's fucking up. But anyway, and of course stars Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, and more. The plot of Dune. Paul, a brilliant and gifted young man born into a great dynasty beyond his understanding, must travel to the most dangerous planet in the universe to ensure the future of his family and his people. I better give a little quick shout out to whoever was on Google, man, because I definitely do not want to spoil much with this film, man. But yeah, man, this movie was this. First off, like I said before, the first thing I gotta talk about is the sound design. Oh my God, funny story actually for you guys. I actually met the sound designers for Dune. I say met in quotations because it was over a Zoom call, because the college group or whatever it's called that kind of like contains Humboldt actually I got an email from them saying they're going to like do that. They were going to have the Q&A with the sound designers for Dune. So of course I went on there. I mean, Dune's one of my most anticipated films of the year. Of course I had to go, man. And so I went there. I watched. I actually recorded the entire thing. I don't know if maybe one day I'll upload on the channel or something. I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty cool actually seeing them and kind of like what they were doing, like what their process was when working on Dune. And of course, they actually also worked on Blade Runner as well, so that was pretty cool. Like, it's like basically got the entire like Blade Runner crew back together for this one, man. But yeah, man, the sound design is amazing. Hans Zimmer's score, oh, that has to be so. I'll probably have some of the music playing in the background unless the video gets like blocked or whatever. But bro, Hans Zimmer's score in this film, man, oh, orgasmic. This is probably some of his best work. I love the score for Dune. The music for Dune looked absolutely amazing. Ugh. Love this film. Another thing I gotta say is the performance. Jason Momoa is also fantastic as always. John Bernthal is amazing. Or Josh Brolin. I keep getting confused with John Brolin with the Punisher. But Josh Bernthal was great. Oscar Isaac was great. One line that I thought was pretty funny. I don't know if this is probably more unintentionally funny because of who I am, but there's actually like he was talking with his son. This is the scene where he says like, "The only thing you need to be was my son." That was seen in the trailers, and like he's talking about like what he's like because Paul is kind of inserting wants to be a leader, and his dad tells me who I said is played by Oscar Isaac said that he originally wanted to be a pilot, which I couldn't help but laugh because of course he also played Poe Dameron in the Star Wars sequels. Just thought that was funny. But yeah, man. Timothy, if I'm saying his name right, I'm not sure if I am. He was fantastic in the film, especially around the end of the movie, man. He was amazing. The rest of the cast did an amazing job. Like I said, Oscar Isaac was great. Josh Brolin, I don't know why I keep saying John Bernthal. Josh Brolin was great, man. The entire cast was amazing. Another thing I gotta praise, of course, Roger Deakins' cinematography is god tier. Once again, man, it is god tier. Like I said, if you were like I said, if you were to hold the gun to my head, I'd probably say Blade Runner. I thought it looked a little bit better, but man, Roger Deakins was once again amazing job with the cinematography of this film. Man, he did a good job. But one thing I gotta praise that I never usually talk about in my reviews is the costuming. The costumes in this film, the outfits and everything looked amazing. I love the look of like what the characters were wearing. Which is, like I said, I never talk about costumes unless it's like a superhero movie. I'm talking about like maybe a redesign on a costume, on a superhero costume, because I just never really pay that much attention to it. But here, man, bro, the outfits looked for like all the characters, like when we see like the military outfits, their like armor suits or whatever when they go out to the desert, what some of the other factions are wearing, man. Oh, it looks so amazing, man. Like, literally, whoever were the costume designers for this film, man, shout out to them, man. They did an absolute amazing job. Which I just had to bring that up because I know, like I said before, I never usually talk about costuming in movies or whatever unless it's like, a superhero movie and I'm talking like, oh, how close does it look like the comics, or what do I just think of their overall design or whatever. I never usually bring up costuming in movies, but I was just really impressed by like the costumes of Dune, man. They just look so fucking clean, man. So fucking clean and sick, man. I also gotta mention, I love the overall just look of Dune. I love the designs of the ships. I love the like fucking desert worm looks fucking sick as hell. I love like their like their hologram shield thingies, man. I thought that looked cool as hell. But I just love the overall look of Dune because it reminded me a lot more of like how those like 90s sci-fi films back when it was before they were all super clean and pristine like the Star Wars prequels and sequels, where it looked a little bit more dirty, like Aliens, Terminator 1 and 2, Blade Runner, of course, the original Blade Runner, and like Ghost in the Shell. It had that sort of look to it where it wasn't all super clean and pristine, which I really did. Blade Runner 2049, of course, also had a similar look to this film as well. I don't know, man. I just like this overall sci-fi look. Just more. I think I actually kind of prefer this look more than I do like the super clean, pristine look from like I said, for the Star Wars sequels and prequels, where it looks a little bit more dirtier, not as pristine, I just like that look. I just love the look of Dune, man. It just looks so fucking sick, man. I loved it. The fight scenes were, of course, spectacular as always, man. They looked amazing, shot well, good choreography. Denis Villeneuve's directing was, of course, spot on. It's like, if I haven't made that obvious enough in this video. Although, one thing I will say, if you're one of those people that were hyped for this film because of Zendaya, don't be. She's like barely in the film. She's like in there for like 10 minutes, and most of it's flashbacks and visions. So if you were hyped for Zendaya, don't be, because she's barely in the film, man. But yeah, man. As far as like negatives, I have to say, there's really only one thing that comes to mind, which is, of course, the ending. This is part one of a two-part series, which I honestly don't know if that was like brilliant on Warner Brothers' parts by advertising the film as just Dune, and then once they get their asses in the seats, then they say it's Dune Part 1. I don't know if that was brilliant marketing or not. You guys let me know in the comments. But I thought that was interesting, and it feels incomplete. You feel if you're yearning for more Dune. You want to see where the rest of the story goes, which of course will happen in a Part 2. If it actually happens, and if this movie actually does make enough money, which I hope it does, because like I said, Blade Runner didn't do all that well. Blade Runner kind of flopped in the box office. I don't know how that happened. Blade Runner 2049 was so good. It had to have been because Blade Runner is kind of a niche thing. It wasn't, I don't even think the first one was really all that big when it came out. It kind of became more of an underground thing, if I remember correctly. So that could have been the reason. I don't know why Blade Runner didn't do so hot. Of course, now with the pandemic, that makes things even more uncertain. How much is Warner Brothers expecting this movie to make for them to greenlight a sequel? But yeah, man, my real problem is the ending. It does feel incomplete, and you are yearning for more Dune. So that's really all I gotta say as far as negative, man. Otherwise, this movie is fucking awesome. For God's sakes, Hans Zimmer made the bagpipes actually pleasant to hear. Made bagpipes, which is, I think, most can agree is one of the most obnoxious instruments out there. Made it pleasing to the ears. That's how good Hans Zimmer's score was, man. Which you guys will probably be hearing in the background, unless, like I said before, this video gets blocked worldwide for like maybe 1 or 2 tracks, like Venom. Venom took me forever to upload because I constantly had to keep removing tracks, until I was like, oh fuck, I'm just taking it all out, But yeah, man. I love Dune. Denis Villeneuve did an amazing job directing this. I hope he gets to do the sequel, man. And seriously, man, like this movie is awesome. Like I said, I hope it gets a sequel. We'll have to wait and see if that actually ends up being the case. Otherwise, guys, of course, I hype when you guys check this movie out. If you were, of course, a fan of the novel, you were a fan of the David Lynch version, you like sci-fi, or related, just please go watch Dune and support this film. And while you're at it, go watch The Last Duel while you're at it, because apparently the movie hasn't been doing so hot either, which I'm shocked because it's Ridley Scott with Adam Driver and like Ben Affleck and whatever. Don't know how that's possible, but whatever, we are in uncertain times. Anyway, guys, but before I give you guys my final verdict, I got a funny story for y'all. So when I was in the theater, there was actually, I noticed that there was a couple sitting next to me, and they seemed to be enjoying the movie, the woman especially. But for some reason, like 15, 20 minutes into the movie, they left. Straight up left. Like at first I thought, because I saw them leave, at first I thought that they had to go to the bathroom or something. But then after like 10 or so minutes passed by, I noticed they still were gone. And I'm like, God damn, they've been gone. Like, they actually not coming back? Did they actually just like straight up leave? Like I said, I don't know why, but after a while, after like, especially when it started to become really obvious, like once it's like 20 minutes started to pass, and 30 and onwards, I straight up just started to steal their popcorn, because just so I could conserve on mine, man. So, and then afterwards, I brought whatever popcorn I had left in my bucket along with theirs and brought it home with me. I was like, hey man, more popcorn for me. Just thought that was a funny story for y'all, man. Like, yeah, I don't know why they left midway through the movie, but I just thought that was humorous. And hey, I had more, and hey, that gave me more popcorn, so I'm not gonna complain. But anyway, guys, of course, overall, I am going to give this film a 10 out of fucking 10, man. And yes, guys, yes, I will be checking out the original David Lynch version after this one. Don't know when I'll finally get a chance to watch it. But I will be watching the original David Lynch version, just like I went back and rewatched the original Blade Runner after I watched 2049. Because like, I was honestly tempted to watch the original, because once I got HBO Max, I knew Dune was on there. I was tempted to watch the original Dune before watching this one, but then I was like, you know what? Nah. I didn't watch the original Blade Runner when I saw 2049, and so I'm not going to watch the original Dune movie before I watch this one. I'll let Denis Villeneuve introduce me into this world, and then I'll go back and watch the first film, or the original film. So yeah, man, I will be catching it, but I don't know when. But yeah, man, of course, leave your thoughts down in the comments on what you guys thought of it. Did you love it? You hate it? Are you guys going to be coming? Are you guys going to go and read the book after watching this film, or are you gonna watch or be like me and watch Stephen Luke film, or are you also going to be like me and of course just patient wait for the sequel because you don't read books? But yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully get a sequel. We'll have to wait and see on that. I pray it does. Please, please, everyone who's watching this video, please go out and support this film. Go out to your local theater, preferably in an IMAX screening, but whatever, do what you gotta do, man. And of course, and just watch Dune, man, and support the film, because I need that sequel. I need it, man. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked, if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you feel like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.